Chapter 21. I'm walking through the castle's narrow tunnels. It's dark except for an occasional flickering of light from above. My bare feet slap against the cobblestone walkway. I sense something behind me. When I peek over my shoulder, a heaviness settles in my chest. The air crackles, and a wave of heat hits me. I walk faster as the presence behind me closes in. My speed increases to a jog. Then I'm running, racing through a tunnel that seems endless, almost like an optical illusion. The tunnel widens and narrows. The walls tease me as I try to escape. I hear giggling. It's shrill and loud. The tunnel abruptly disappears, and I'm standing in the castle courtyard. Several coins roll past me and burst into flames. They melt into small puddles that slowly shift, morphing into figures. Kids. Statues. Gold. Silver. Copper. There are hundreds, maybe more. Up close, I notice that each statue is distinct, various sizes and shapes, tall, short, slim, bigger. A copper boy statue rises in the air and drifts over to a silver girl statue. The boy slowly raises his arm, and it touches the girl. Tag! The voice so robotic, emotionless. The boy and girl statues rise and land together on another square, next to a gold boy statue. The statues touch one another. You're it! I gasp as all around me, statues rise in the air and shuffle toward one another. Tag! You're it! Tag! You're it! Tag! You're it! They repeat until it's a creepy chant. A beam of light suddenly hits all the statues, and I'm blinded by the sparkle of their bodies. The ground shakes, causing me to stumble. I catch my balance and back away on shaky legs. Clink, clink, clink. The sound becomes a rumble. I glance behind me, and a tsunami of coins races toward me. I'm caught up in the tide and tossed around. The coins beat at my body, and I'm submerged. The wave I'm riding crashes against the side of the castle. With such force, I fly through the air and hit the ground hard. Swoosh! Air rushes out of my lungs. Pain radiates through my body. Dazed, I push away piles of coins and sit up. I freeze. I'm now surrounded by gold kid statues. I scramble to my feet, slipping on the coins lying on the ground. My gaze darts around. The statue kids tilt their heads, studying me with their blank expressions. A sharp pain pierces my palm. I glance down and open my hand. I'm holding my gold coin. A thought trickles through my mind. I wanted to do something with it. What was it? Return it? Why did I want to return it? I frown, trying to grasp the thought. It's causing me problems. It's dangerous. It's not helping me. It's hurting me. No, that's not right. It makes me strong. Supports me. The coin leaps out of my hand and rolls a few feet away. It wobbles on the ground. Then it enlarges until it's about 4 feet wide. It tilts upward so it's standing. I suck in a loud breath as it sprouts thin, spidery arms and legs. Tangled black hair materializes. Bulging fish eyes appear on its flat metallic head. The coin! It's alive! My heart is drumming loud in my ears as the coin crawls toward me on all fours like an insect. Its movement makes a jingling sound. As it gets closer, I see several rust spots on its grotesque face. Your place is here with me. With us, it says in a girl's kid-like voice. This is home. Family. I'm frozen in place. It's a kid? A coin kid? Family. Treasured, the statue kids say in unison. Listen to us. Join us. We only want to help. You're an asset, the coin girl says. What do you mean? I ask shakily. Tagged for greatness. He only collects the best. Are you helping me? The creepy coin smirks. I'm not your competition. I'm on your team, Shane. I can't tell if that's a good or a bad thing. You're playing a game, but there can only be one winner. The more you fight, resist, the greater his reward. I swallow the boulder in my throat. Who am I fighting? I don't understand. I need to know the rules. What if I know the rules? I can make the right moves. I can win. She crawls closer. There's so much you've forgotten. He only wanted to play. Then you made him very angry. His loss was also his gain. What are you talking about? I yell as her cryptic words unsettle me. She slowly raises a thin arm and points to something behind me. The hairs on the back of my neck stand up. I slowly turn around. My heart drops when I see a familiar figure standing behind me. Travis! My eyes pop open and my heart slams repeatedly against my chest. Breathing heavily, I stare up at my bedroom ceiling. I blink, and warm tears trickle out of the corners of my eyes. The sheets are damp with sweat and tangled around my hot body. I move to kick them away, but I'm frozen. My muscles won't respond. What's happening? My mind is working, but I can't move. I'm trapped inside my body. Am I awake? Am I still in the nightmare? Is there a difference? I struggle to lift my arms, to sit up, but my body won't respond. Panic sets in, and I'm screaming inside. Move, Shane! Move! I'm stuck, staring blindly upward. My body is a coffin. I can't escape. Shadows creep across my ceiling, forming odd shapes directly above me. The scent of roses and mint fills the air. I sense a presence in the room. Then I hear whistling. I desperately try to cry out for someone to help me, but it's like my mouth is stitched shut. The eerie vibe grows stronger in the room, sucking out all the air. A figure approaches the side of the bed. The king. Déjà vu, he says menacingly. Weak. Trapped. Unable to fight back. This is where I do my best work, where I get to play. My bed sinks down at my side as if someone is sitting. The covers are slowly tugged away from my body. Something cold traces a scar on my forehead. I shudder and try to think inside myself. There is no escape from the wickedness. I'm helpless, vulnerable. I bet you're wondering if you're awake or asleep, he says. It doesn't matter anymore. You like to play a game. Well, so do I. But the difference is between you and I is... He leans closer, and a blanket of evilness settles upon me, pressing me deeper into the bed. I always win in the end. You will be a powerful member of my team, Shane. My MVT. Most valuable treasure. You've already exceeded my investment in you. You have found worthy to join my eternity of riches. My eyes dart to the side. I catch a glimpse of a shadowy figure before staring back at the ceiling. Awake or asleep? Real or not real? The unknowing. This in-between place is terrifying. Can't escape. Can't run. Can't hide. You were never supposed to wake up, but now I'm glad you did, he says. How else would I have discovered your special gift? A gift I will use and take credit for, of course. The king takes my hand, the one with the coin. His grip tightens around mine. Energy flows through me, like I've been plugged into an electrical socket. It slithers through my muscles, my nerves, every limb, up my chest, and finally settles in my head. Synapses fire as if my brain is being rewired. With you, I will be unstoppable. I will crush my competition. What is he talking about? Competition? Your time is almost up. One more sleep. He leans closer and whistles the lullaby. A sharp pain pierces my body. I cry out as my body bows, then flops back on the bed. I curl into a ball, hugging myself tight until the pain ebbs away. After a moment, I realize I moved. I'm no longer frozen. With a loud groan, I sit up and swing my legs over the side of the bed. My blurry gaze travels around the semi-darkness of my room. I'm awake now? It was all a nightmare? I shudder from the chill that lingers within my body. My left hand and arm tingle. It's like a tiny bee sting under my skin. I open my clenched hand and gasp. I'm holding not just one coin, but two. My gold coin, and now a silver one as well. I brought out another coin. On the edge of my thoughts, there is a memory. Something important I need to remember about the nightmare, but I can't. I'm drawing a blank. There's no urgency to write anything down. Only flames of panic and fear that are quickly doused by acceptance. My gaze rests on the coins. I hear myself humming the lullaby as I sway back and forth. I don't question it when I start to hear voices whispering everything is okay, that there's nothing to worry about. I let them think for me and tell me nothing is wrong. What I'm experiencing is all part of the process, the change. There is a tiny part that knows the voices are lying, but I can't seem to fight for the truth. I'm numb to it and so tired. A tear trickles down my cheek and falls onto my gold coin. It shimmers and its creepy smile widens. Even as a sense of doom settles in my chest, the corners of my mouth lift into a smile. Chapter 22. You sure you want to go to school today? Dad asks as we sit in the cold doctor's office. You look like you didn't get much sleep last night. Smothering a yawn, I shift around to the strip of white paper on the examination table. It rustles with every move. I'm fine. I don't want to fall behind on my schoolwork, and I have basketball practice later. He sets aside the magazine he was reading and leans forward, studying my face. I know he sees the dark shadows under my eyes. They're impossible to miss. You and Sadie okay? Dad asks. I shrug. Sure. She's just worried about you. Sadie is always worried. I know. Everyone worries too much. That's the problem. I start to reach for the coin in my pocket and wince. There was a small bandage on my arm where they drew blood earlier. The nurse tried to be gentle since I apparently have small veins, but he still hurt me. The pain took me back to my stay in the hospital a year ago. How much longer do you think we have to wait, I ask. What's the point of having an appointment? Frowning, Dad pushes some of his long locks away from his face. I'm sure your doctor will be here soon. You know how it is. There's always a wait. That doesn't make it right. I want to get out of here. My skin is crawling, and the smell of cleaning products makes me nauseous. I rest my hand over my pocket, where the coin resides. Just as some semblance of peace hits me, the door swings open, and Dr. Laird enters with a big smile on her round brown face. Her cheeriness annoys me. Shane, it's good to see you. Hi, Dr. Laird, Dad says. So what's going on? She closes the door behind her. When I'm not quick to respond, Dad jumps in. He's having trouble sleeping and nightmares again. He glances in my direction, and mood swings. Dr. Laird takes a seat on a small stool. She wheels it closer to me as she studies her clipboard. Her long, dark hair falls forward, obscuring her face. Well, your blood work looks normal. I knew it would. And your scars have healed nicely, she says. I grimace as I remember the examination. The nurse poked and prodded the scars on my chest and back. He was only doing his job, but I felt like a science experiment he was trying to figure out. Any bad headaches, dizziness, nausea? She asks. No, I say curtly. She glances up at me, studying my expression. Her smile dims slightly. When she side-eyes my dad, I sit up straighter and force myself to relax. So how long have you had trouble sleeping? She asks. I shrug, like it's no big deal. A few days. And the nightmares started around the same time? Are they similar to the ones you experienced a year ago? A vision flashes through my mind. My screaming and thrashing around in my hospital bed. The doctors and nurses try to calm me. I see a syringe. It's inserted into my IV. I struggle harder, begging them not to put me back to sleep. I'm drowsy. So drowsy. I hear eerie whistling. Darkness. Shane? I start. My eyes bounce between my dad and Dr. Laird. They watch me expectantly. What? I rub my damp palms over the rough paper on the examination table. Your nightmares, Dr. Laird says. They were very intense and vivid, as I remember. And you often had a violent reaction to them. Are the ones you're having now like those? Is there anything you can remember about them? I swallow hard, still shaken by the vision. No. Dr. Laird removes a pen from the front pocket of her white lab coat and scribbles a note on her clipboard. I lean forward, trying to sneak a peek. What is she writing? He's recently returned to basketball practice. We were wondering if the stress of it could be affecting his sleep. No, I say more harshly than intended. Basketball helps me. I need it. Dr. Laird focuses her attention on me. I remember you mentioning your love of basketball. It is monumental that you're able to play again. You've come so far, Shane. Our bodies deal with stress, which can be good or bad in different ways. It is possible that has contributed to your lack of sleep and some behavioral changes. I nod absently as I stared at the anatomical poster on the wall behind Dr. Laird. My eyes focus on the depiction of the brain. Cerebral circulation. I study the network of arteries and veins. What part of your brain controls your memory? Out of the corner of my eye, I see Dr. Laird frown as she glances at my dad. Well, there are 4 parts of the brain involved with memory. The amygdala, the hippocampus, the cerebellum, and the prefrontal cortex. Dad glances to the right, noticing the poster on the wall. Why are you asking about that, Shane? Is there a part of your brain that controls fear? I ask as goosebumps pop up along my arms. The amygdala. Dr. Laird maneuvers her stool closer to me. My eyes zoom in on the brain diagram. I locate the amygdala. Is there a part of your brain that makes you forget stuff? The only sound in the room is the air conditioner, as it forces cold air out of the vents. After a moment, Dr. Laird responds. The prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus control short-term and long-term memory. I stare at the anatomical drawing until it starts to blur. Thump, thump, thump. The heart pulses, beating in rhythm with my own. Blood circulates through the veins, turning gold. Thump, thump, thump. Shane? Dad's voice is a faint whisper in the background. The heart beats faster and faster along with my own. The figure on the anatomical poster turns completely gold. The head rounds until it's in the shape of a coin, with deep-set eyes and a twisted grin. Its lips pucker slightly, and an eerie, high-pitched sound emerges, whistling. It's that scary lullaby. I suck in a loud breath. My view is suddenly blocked, and my dad fills my vision. I blink hard and glance up at him. Shane, Dad asks, are you okay? I lean around him to look at the poster. It's normal again. A flat figure of a faceless anatomical body. I glance over at Dr. Laird. What happened to me when I hit my head in the accident? My dad sucks in a breath. Dr. Laird watches me, her gaze both analytical and concerned. Your case was unique. You had a severe concussion, but you also displayed alertness while you were unconscious. The brain swelling subsided, but it took longer than expected for you to wake up. Dad touches my knee and I jump. Son, why are you asking this? I run a hand down my face and release a shaky breath. It's nothing. Guess I forgot. Being back here at the hospital, it's messing with me. Shane, that's completely understandable. Dr. Laird smiles gently and glances back down at her paperwork. I can't find anything physically wrong with you, but you did experience something very traumatic, and there's no time limit on recovery. I think it would be good for you to talk to your therapist again. I know you were given some techniques to cope with the nightmares and thoughts on the accident. I recommend you reintroduce them to your bedtime routine. Sure, I say, because I know that will get me out of here quicker. Dad seems somewhat relieved. Thank you, Dr. Laird. We'll schedule something as soon as possible. She scribbles something on her clipboard. My office can help you set up an appointment. Shane, can you wait outside for a moment? I'd like to discuss a few things with your dad. I hesitate as I glance between the two with narrowed eyes. Yeah, okay. I slide off the table and walk toward the door. It was good seeing you, Shane, Dr. Laird says. We're going to figure this out. Sleep is very important, and I know the last few days have been difficult for you. I'm sure we'll have you sleeping comfortably again soon. Soon you'll sleep again. Forever. I flinch, not looking in my dad's direction. I walk out of the office, leaving the door slightly open. As I try to eavesdrop, someone pushes the door closed. For a moment, I glare at the door, wishing I had X-ray vision and enhanced hearing. What are they talking about? Why did Dr. Laird want to talk to Dad alone? I thought we weren't going to keep secrets. Frustrated, I take a few steps down the hallway before I collapse into a chair. I stretch out my stiff legs and massage my knees. They ache more than usual. I couldn't mention that to Dr. Laird, though. She probably would have told me to take it easy, maybe skip some practices. Not happening. You okay? My head pops up. A girl with a pale face and dark eyes stand before me. She's maybe 18 or a little older. I drew back from her haunted, intense gaze. Where'd she come from? Yeah. I glance up and down the hall. We're alone, and for some reason it's unnerving. She watches me with a strange smile as she pushes a chunk of her long brown hair behind her shoulder. I notice a strange mark on her arm. I frown. I've seen that circular mark before. Where? I'm Mary. She takes the seat across from me. What's your name? I open my mouth to respond to her question, then stop. The warning not to talk to strangers sounds an alarm in my head, with a big red flashing light signaling danger. Are you sick? She asks abruptly. No. That's a rude question. Me neither. She smiles wider. I'm here visiting my older brother, Hyde. We were playing and he had an accident. She seems oddly excited about that. If she caused the accident, I'm happy about that. Sorry, continuing. I glance at Dr. Laird's office. What's taking my dad so long? I need to get to school and away from this girl. I'm sorry about your brother. It's fine. He deserved it, she says. My gaze whips back to her. What? She shrugs. Bad things happen to bad people. My jaw drops. I'm so exhausted. I'm a little unsure if I'm really comprehending this interaction. Is this a dream? This girl is giving off some dangerous vibes, but her expression and voice are so sincere. She points to the scar on my forehead. Your scar looks better. I cover it with my hand. What? Your scar. It looks better than the last time I saw you. Then again, it was right after the accident. I gawk at her. I know you? Not officially. I was here with my brother. I guess it was like a year ago. She pauses, her eyes distant. Her tone is so cold I shiver. Either her brother is very clumsy, or some of his accidents were not accidents. My eyes fall to the scar on her arm. I got this from a game, she says, answering my unspoken question. I have lots of scars. You do too, huh? I'm nodding before I even realize what I'm doing. You were in that coma for a long time, she says. I swallow hard, uncomfortable with how much she knows about me. Does she hang out at the hospital or something? At least you woke up, though. The others didn't or haven't, she says. My stomach flips. What did you say? The other kids, she says easily. She tilts her head to the side as she studies me. I did think it was kind of strange, but strange things happen around here, and sometimes people don't come back right, or at all. I don't... What are you saying? She leans toward me and I draw back. Her tormented expression makes me shudder. I've seen evil. I lived evil. I fought evil. And when you've done that, you recognize when it's close. She sniffs as if she can smell something sinister on me. Are you saying I'm evil? I ask nervously as I rest my hand over the coin in my pocket. Her eyes follow my movement before slowly raising back to meet mine. She's silent for a long moment. So long, I think I'm going to burst with anxiety. If you entertain evil long enough, it becomes a part of you. You make choices you normally wouldn't have, do and say things that you never thought you would. You change. I gasp. Change. My brother taught me that what happens when darkness takes hold of you, she says sadly, you crave the power and put yourself above others. I flinch from the tingle of fear sliding down my spine. The voices murmur loudly. I struggle to shut them out so I can focus on Mary. Monsters are real, you know, she says too calmly. Monsters? I'm suddenly completely alert, the wariness gone. You believe in monsters? She glances at the mark on her arm. Evil can disguise itself. People always think they're grotesque creatures, but some are human too. They make you believe. They make you fear. They make you do things. Her tormented eyes lift to me. Fight back. And when you think you can't fight anymore, keep fighting. or you'll become what you hate. I stare at her with wide eyes. The coin is on fire in my pocket. I peek down, afraid it has burned a hole through my jeans. Mary, Dr. Laird's door opens, and my dad steps out of the office. I jump to my feet, swaying slightly from the dizziness that hits me. Thank you again, Dr. Laird. He holds up a piece of paper. I'll be sure to make the appointment and keep you updated. Dad turns to me. Ready to go? I glance back toward Mary, but her chair is now empty. My eyes fly down the hall, and I get a quick glimpse of her before she disappears around a corner. Shane? Dad asks. Did you see a girl? Dad frowns and looks around. No? Someone you know? No, never mind. As Dad and I walk down the hallway, I peek again over my shoulder, searching for Mary. She's gone, but her warnings linger. I have a moment of clarity. I believe in monsters too. I've encountered one. The king. My body aches with the need to fight back, to hold on to the truth. Then the fog rolls in. I can't think straight. Nothing makes sense, and I settle back into the forgetfulness and weary acceptance. This is definitely turning out to be really, really creepy and really good. Hope you guys are enjoying this, and I hope you guys will join me for my next reading.